So welcome back to this fourth video, I think, where we should have our data. Now this data is with the calculations of all these variables, happiness, SRI, SCB, blah, 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 blah. Something important, maybe because I made that mistake and maybe I can warn you, is that since all the independent variables are 5 items except the last one, professional aspirations is 4, just make sure that you have divided by 4 because I made a mistake and I did 5, but then I realized like, it's wrong. If you take a look at the numbers, everything should be in between 1 and 10, so you can also spot any issues. And again, I am also giving you a data set that is called data clean. So maybe you can also use data clean from this video and forward, just to make sure that we have everything the same. And you can also check your file with my file if everything is the same. So let's start with this analysis. And in this analysis, what we are going to do is to check the first the descriptive statistics. So let's come here on analyze and then go to where is it? Descriptive statistics. Descriptives here. Oh. And what we are going to do is to input the variables that we want to discuss their descriptive statistics, like their average, the minimum, the maximum, all of these things. And to do that, I think it's very easy, but I want you to follow an order. So maybe what you can do is to include, first of all, your dependent variable, which is the happiness. Let me check if in the happiness as first variable. Then the second one include your independent variable. I think for this example, I will do it like if I am group 1 or group 2, which have happiness and financial stress. So I will just follow that example. I will be like group 1 or 2, financial stress. Then select 4 random variables from your, I don't know, any of the other variables. Select 4 that you want to include. Maybe I will just go I'm just making up something. SRI, SCB, GMS, and no, I'm sorry, not this because these are dependent. Select 3 independent variables. So UST, locus of control, life balance, and relations. 4. Select 4 because these 4 variables, we will use them as if there were control variables too. So click here and then go all the way up to the controls that we will use for all of our models. Gender, age, year, university level, and Sweden. Select all these 4 and move them here. So just to summarize, your dependent variable, here I am thinking like if I am group 1, that's why I use happiness. But if you are group 12, probably you have SRI. If you are group 21, you have global mindset. If you are group 40, you have social consumer behavior. And if you are group 40, you have global mindset. So your dependent variable, then your independent variable, then select 4 random independent variables because they will be used as controls, and then include the 6 controls that we have, and then click OK. And then in your results window, which is this one, you will find this descriptive statistics. I will tell you what to do with descriptives later on because I will teach you how to move from here to the Excel. So uh, you will learn how to move it and what to put in Excel. But to analyze this in the findings section, try to briefly discuss a little bit which is the smallest number that you can see. So for example, for happiness, the saddest person is at 2. So we don't have like extreme version of someone who is sad, and the happiest person is 10. Maybe in university satisfaction, the lowest person, the lowest satisfaction is 3.4. The average is 7.3, so that's quite high because we will expect the natural average is between 1 and 10 is 5.5. So it's not that bad. Life balance. So everyone has a little bit of high, it's above average, except financial stress. Financial stress is also quite low. You can discuss a little bit these things. I will explain a little bit more about how to interpret these descriptive statistics. And then the second thing to do, beyond this table of descriptive statistics, is to analyze, go to analyze again, then correlate, and then uh, bivariate, like here, bivariate, not the first one, but bivariate. Click in here and do the same. Select your dependent variable. I will keep the same example of happiness with financial stress. The four random variables that I used in here. So I use um, university satisfaction, locus of control, life balance, and relationships. Boom, I moved them there. And then the six controls that I have at the beginning. So like this, six controls. And then just click OK. You don't need to change anything. Click OK. And you will find this big correlation matrix. I will try to explain how it works, and then also in another video, I will teach you how to convert this into Excel or how to move it to Excel. But basically, these correlation tables tell you which variables have high correlation with what and what is the symbol. So ideally, try to identify the correlations with stars, like this one with two stars, two stars. Those stars show that there is high correlation. The sign will tell you if the correlation is positive or negative. So for example, financial stress and happiness, that's how you find the correlation in here. It's like a matrix. So what you have on here, you will fix it with here. Or also the opposite, financial stress and happiness, they are correlated negatively. So, and it's significant. So it gives us signs that maybe our hypothesis will work for group one, that more financial stress means less happiness. We have signs, but we will do something else to prove that. So in this correlation matrix, I will expect that you analyze some interesting correlations. We cannot prove the hypothesis just with that because this is a very basic analysis. You need to do something else, but you can maybe discuss interesting things like maybe, for example, it's quite interesting. Quality of relationships and financial stress are negatively correlated. So it seems that if the the more stress you have, the less quality of your relationships, or the other way around. If you have bad relationships, you have less stress. I don't know. Maybe this is something interesting to discuss because it's significant. Try to focus on the ones that are significant with two or one star. That could be interesting. And take a look at that. Also with age, is age related with something, with locus of control? It seems like older people like to control more things because it's positive. It's just like an interesting discussion, but we cannot really build any conclusions, like at least definitive conclusions, because we will need more theoretical development. But it's always interesting to discuss correlations. So I think that's it for this second video. I will now move to, I will stop, and then in the next video, we will do the analysis of the regression.